Above, we see a chaotic construction accident playing out in real time. Below, an orderly site where workers are calmly reviewing a safety clipboard. The difference between a tragedy and a normal, productive workday is the presence of a structured risk management system. SAMTRAC provides the foundational standard for building that exact system. This animation illustrates the 3 pillars of HSE. HSE stands for Health, Safety, and Environment, the core disciplines of workplace protection that lock together to form a single defensive shield. An organization's most valuable asset is its people. Keeping them safe fulfills strict legal compliance, and it honors a basic moral duty to ensure every worker goes home intact at the end of the day. The core philosophy of this training is active prediction. We have to shift a company's mindset away from reacting to accidents after the fact and train them to identify and disarm threats early. Mastering these principles means becoming an architect of prevention. You learn to design frameworks that identify potential failures early, allowing you to mitigate risks before they escalate into actual incidents. Step onto a modern South African construction site. The scale of the danger is immediately obvious. Heavy earth-moving equipment, deep trenches, and sheer drops present severe physical threats. This image introduces us to Quentin, a construction foreman who carries the daily responsibility of managing these physical safety hazards. Quentin deals with unsafe conditions. An unsafe condition is a specific physical flaw in the environment itself, like a missing guardrail near a steep drop-off or a frayed electrical cord. He also manages unsafe acts. An unsafe act is a behavioral failure, occurring when a person ignores protocols, for instance, a worker choosing to discard their safety harness. The majority of severe workplace incidents occur at a specific intersection. When unpredictable human behavior collides with an unaddressed environmental flaw, people get hurt. Let's shift the environment to a high-volume logistics warehouse where the dangers are constantly moving. Here is Jan, a warehouse manager who navigates the constant traffic of heavy machinery and pedestrians. In Jan's world, we have to define a hazard. A hazard is simply a source or situation with the potential for harm, like a multi-ton forklift driving down an aisle. This graphic demonstrates how we calculate risk. We take the hazard, evaluate the likelihood of it causing an event, and multiply that by the severity of the resulting injury or damage. Jan cannot entirely remove the forklifts from his warehouse. The hazards remain, but through strict controls, the risks associated with them drop significantly. Now let's walk into a sterile hospital ward to examine the invisible threats hidden in modern work environments. This portrait shows Alvina, a nurse whose daily routine highlights the crucial field of occupational health. Safety accidents, like falling off a scaffold, happen in a fraction of a second. Health hazards, however, involve biological agents or chemical fumes that degrade a worker's body slowly over a long period of time. Managing these insidious risks requires different controls. Instead of physical barricades, Alvina relies on ventilation systems, strict hygiene protocols, and PPE. PPE stands for Personal Protective Equipment, which is specialized gear worn to minimize exposure to specific health hazards. A robust protocol must be dual-purpose. It shields the workforce from sudden physical impacts while actively filtering out slow-acting, invisible health threats. How does any single organization effectively track and manage all of these disparate acts, conditions, hazards, and risks across complex environments? You need an underlying framework that organizes that chaos into predictable safety. You need an HSE management system. This diagram illustrates the core operational engine, the PDCA cycle. It stands for Plan, Do, Check, and Act. During Plan and Do, organizations identify hazards and implement safety controls. During Check and Act, managers audit measures and correct the system to ensure effectiveness. Statistics gathered over the last 50 years show that these prevention programs consistently lower injury and disability rates. Organizations report fewer incidents, lower legal liability, a rise in operational efficiency, and improved staff morale. SAMTRAC provides the blueprint for this framework. It gives you the tools to replace unmanaged danger with a consistent, measurable culture of protection that evolves alongside your organization.